How about waking up in a different world, under a sky filled with stars you've never seen before? The air is thin, the landscape is alien, yet you somehow feel at home. It could be the reality of space colonization, where humans set up permanent settlements on other planets and moons. There are now over 5,000 exoplanets discovered, some of which could potentially harbor life. So, why aren't we already living on other planets? In this video, we'll explore the possibility of space colonization and discuss NASA's and private companies' ambitious plans to establish human settlements on other planets and moons. So, watch the video till the end and don't forget to subscribe first. Exploring other planets and setting up shop there sounds like something straight out of a sci-fi movie, right? But believe it or not, it's not just fiction anymore. NASA and some seriously ambitious private companies are dead serious about making this happen. Space colonization, once just an excellent idea in movies, is now knocking on reality's door, all thanks to some mind-blowing advancements in science and technology. Let's talk urgency. The COVID-19 pandemic hit us hard and got people thinking, hey, maybe we should spread out a bit, you know? But that's not the only reason folks are buzzing about colonizing space. Natural disasters and human-made catastrophes have been part of the conversation for a while now, nudging us toward the idea of setting up shop on other planets. The International Space Station, or ISS, has been like a floating laboratory, teaching about survival in space. Astronauts and scientists living up there have been our guinea pigs, sharing valuable data on keeping humans ticking in the harsh cosmic environment. Back home, we've been trying to recreate those off-world conditions, running ambitious experiments to push our limits and see just how tough we really are. But it's not all smooth sailing. Deadly radiation, cramped living quarters, and the toll on our bodies and minds from living in low-gravity isolation for ages are all there to scare. It's no walk in the park. Yet, the perks of space colonization? They're seriously cool. We're talking cutting-edge architecture, fuel production, 3D printing, a whole new world of possibilities. NASA isn't just about sending rovers to Mars or astronauts to the International Space Station. Nope, they've got their sights set on something even more ambitious, landing humans on the moon's south pole by 2024. That's right, we're talking about astronauts touching down on lunar turf once again. They've got the President's Space Policy Directive 1, like their master plan for exploration with commercial and international partners to enable human expansion across the solar system. Fancy talk for saying they're getting ready to commercialize low Earth orbit. And guess what? They're using all that experience and teaming up with other cool companies to go back to the moon, and this time they plan to stay. Let's talk about the big players in NASA's space exploration dream team. First up, the Space Launch System, or SLS, is the most giant rocket ever built, seriously massive. Then there's the Orion spacecraft and the Gateway Lunar Command Module. These three amigos are NASA's backbone for exploring deep space, especially the moon. They plan to use this gateway thingy, which orbits the moon, as a stopover point for missions exploring different parts of the lunar surface. It's like their cosmic pit stop. Moreover, NASA is cooking up some seriously cool stuff to make space colonization a reality. Let's talk about blasting off. Getting to Mars is no small feat. Imagine traveling a whopping 140 million miles into deep space. That's where powerful propulsion systems come into play. NASA is eyeing nuclear-enabled systems, like nuclear electric and nuclear thermal propulsion. They use nuclear fission to cut down travel time. Think faster trips to Mars. But it's not just about zooming there. Landing on Mars is a whole different ballgame. That's where the inflatable heat shield comes in. It's like a giant airbag for spacecraft. It inflates before diving into Mars's atmosphere, a critical test for surviving the intense heat during entry. Now, let's suit up. No, seriously, NASA's spacesuits are next level. They've got this fancy new suit called the XEMU, designed to be a spacesuit of the future. These suits aren't just about looking cool, though they do. They're built for safety and flexibility. NASA is also planning upgrades for Mars-specific conditions like crazy carbon dioxide levels and temperature swings. Ever heard of a Martian home on wheels? Yep, NASA's dreaming up a pressurized rover that's part home, lab, and exploration vehicle. It's like an RV for astronauts on Mars, equipped with everything they need to live, work, and explore the red planet's surface. And what about power? They've got that covered too. Nuclear fission power systems are in the works, ensuring steady power supply on Mars regardless of location or weather. And for communication, laser systems come into play. NASA's planning these laser communication systems that'll shoot data and real-time info back to Earth. That means quicker and clearer communication with astronauts on Mars. No more waiting ages for a simple message. These technologies might sound like something out of a sci-fi flick, but they're real and bringing us closer to making space colonization a reality. From whizzing through space to landing safely, exploring, powering up, and staying in touch, NASA's gearing up to make humanity's cosmic dreams come true. But wait, it's not just NASA in the space race. Elon Musk's SpaceX is also a contender. It's all about turning humans into a multi-planet species. He's been shouting from the rooftops about making Mars our new home sweet home. SpaceX's Starship Rockets are his ticket to Mars. These beasts are meant to carry people to and from the red planet. Musk's got this vision of building an extensive base on the moon first, then setting up a full-blown city on Mars. Talk about thinking big. Now, these starships are colossal stainless steel rockets, like seriously massive, standing as tall as a 15-story building. They're powered by not one, not two, but 3 Raptor rocket engines each. That's some serious firepower. But SpaceX has been blowing up a few of these Starship prototypes during tests. Yes, fiery explosions. But they see it as progress. They're aiming for a fully reusable rocket that can fly multiple missions without sweat. Elon Musk is eyeing 2026 to land humans on Mars. He's confident they'll get there, although they're still testing and learning for strapping people into these rockets. Not only SpaceX, but Blue Origin's also dreams up a life in space. Billionaire Jeff Bezos, the brains behind Amazon and Blue Origin, spilled the cosmic beans about his space colonization plan. Yes, he's eyeing the moon as the first pit stop. At a press conference in Washington, D.C., Bezos talked about Blue Origin's grand scheme. He's all about laying the groundwork for human travel and settlement in space. "We're making a highway to space," Bezos declared confidently, emphasizing that Blue Origin's leading the charge while he's not exactly sure how it'll all pan out. Their lunar lander, Blue Moon, has been in the works for 3 years. Bezos announced in his casual jeans and blazer combo. He's dead set on returning to the moon, but this time, it's not just a visit, it's for a permanent stay. Bezos had a bit of a chatty moment during his talk, touching everything from Earth being the best planet to comparing Amazon Prime deliveries to space missions. Despite praising Earth, he's also eyeing space colonies to solve some of our big earthly problems like hunger, pollution, and more. He's got big plans for Blue Origin, focusing on cutting launch costs and stocking up on space resources. Like Elon Musk's SpaceX, Bezos wants to make reusable rockets the norm. He's got New Shepard, a suborbital vehicle all set for space tourism, fueled up and ready to carry humans into space this year. Bezos isn't just about dominating Earth with Amazon, he's got his eyes set on the stars with Blue Origin. With plans for moonlanders, space highways, and reducing the cost of blasting off into space, he's aiming to make space travel a bit more down to Earth, or should we say, out of Earth. So, the idea of humans living beyond Earth might have been a plot in old sci-fi flicks, but guess what? It's not just fiction anymore. We're on the brink of something huge here. With all these breakthroughs, data, and big dreams, space colonization may become the next chapter in humanity's epic story. Who knows? The stars might soon become our next-door neighbors. Who do you think will win the challenge and be able to set up a home right in space? Do let us know in the comments section below. Don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video.